I mean, in general, the race was a lot of fun, especially in that first stint with Lando. I mean, the gap was more or less 1.8 seconds that whole stint, and yeah, we were pushing each other a lot, the tires a lot, and to be honest, also the tires were holding up really nicely. The track is a lot of fun to drive, so yeah, it was great. I was really having a good time out there. Most of the races that we do, we are doing a lot of management, and sometimes it gets, I wouldn't say boring, but it's a bit dull what you have to do. But here it was really cool, and with Lando there as well, pushing you can't afford to make a mistake, so that was great. And then of course on the hard tire, it was a bit more stop-start with the safety cars and stuff, and of course you get put under pressure here and there. But then of course when Lando had to box for his stop and go, then it was more or less just driving it to the end.
You touched on it there, Lando stop-go penalty. Can you just talk us through that one from your perspective, the yellow flags down the start?
Yeah, I was on the straight and I saw already there was a bit of debris, and then I looked to the left and there were physical double yellows waved. So I lifted, and then I think at the time he also picked up a DRS from a back markers, and he used that, of course, to try and close the gap a little bit. And I asked the team, did he lift or not? Because I think it's fair to ask that when you lift yourself. Then that's the penalty you get. I mean, they're quite harsh on yellow flags. I know that myself, of course, from penalties in the past, which is what it is.
I'm very happy because on paper it was going to be a very, very difficult weekend, and I think we never said it within the team to each other, but I think everybody expected to lose points against McLaren on a weekend like that, and we are going back home with less points in between McLaren and ourselves than when we came here. So it's very, very positive. I'm very happy. I don't think we were the fastest car. I think we struggled a little bit as expected, really. But we did everything perfect. We did not do any mistakes, and I'm happy.
The pace was pretty strong. Just couldn't really make progress very easily. So just got stuck behind George at the start, and then a bit unlucky with the safety car, and then stuck behind Charles at the end. So that was a bit of a shame, but I think the pace was pretty solid.
George, that looked like a tough one out there tonight. The start, the slow pit stop, then we heard your radio messages about moving to the hard tyres, the penalty at the end of the race, but you still came away with a decent haul of points. How do you sum that one up?
I mean, this sport is just so funny. Is how it swings so quickly. Friday was a great day. Saturday, pace in the sprint, arguably equal quickest, qualified second. And then today, bad start, pace was nowhere. Well, you listed it. So we need to, P4 is probably a flattering result for what we deserved.
So happy for the whole team, to be in a position to fight for a top 5. Second time this season, the end of the season is going extremely well, and looking back at where we were at the start of the year is just very, very impressive what they've been able to achieve in terms of development and putting performance onto the car, even though we had a challenging year. So today was mega. I felt good in the car. The car was well balanced. We had great pace, great battles on track, and especially this last stint with Carlos behind for over 15 laps. It really kept me on my toes, and I had to really be on it. So not every day not every race this year we could fight for a top 5. So I really gave absolutely everything I had out there, and I'm glad it worked out.
Puncture around the last corner, which meant when I arrived to turn 1, I was already punctured. This meant that we had to do a full lap on a punctured tire, losing loads of seconds of race time. Then we come in, we have a slow pit stop, obviously, due to the puncture. And then as soon as I'm coming out of the pits, a safety car comes out, and all of our rivals take the safety car to box, and they don't lose any time boxing under safety car. So I started the race P6, finished P6 without that happen. So it cannot be too terrible outcome. But at the same time, I feel like today we were on for a top 4, top 3 even, and in the end it couldn't happen. So we lost a few points there for the championship that might be important at the end of the year, but at the same time we can at least bring the fight to Abu Dhabi.
The final result is great. P7, 6 points for the team is very good at this part of the championship. At the beginning, we had some issues. It's a well-known problem. We struggling with something on the car. I think it's deployment of the energy or something after the safety cars. The car is still thinking that we are behind the safety car, so we don't deploy all the energy on the electrical parts. So yeah, we are lacking a little bit of top speed, and we are vulnerable on those part of that part of the race. But yeah, after that, obviously we capitalized on some DNFs and penalties. So we were ready there to take it, and as I said, happy for the team, and hopefully we finish on a positive note also in Abu Dhabi this championship.
I mean, it's been such a difficult season. I'm so happy for myself. A big relief also for me, for the team. Some points. Yeah, and then overall, it's just very intense race. We was clean, made the move when it matters. Very good pace throughout the whole stint. Yeah, we got what we deserve for such a long time. I'm just really happy. It's been a relief over the last few weeks, especially this week, and then one more to go for the team. I'm going to enjoy as much as I could, and then show everyone what I can do before I'm not on the grid next year, and then hopefully for a comeback.
Super gutted with the safety car, of course. Completely ruined the day, but it was going well. We had a good beginning to the race, and everything was going well. Just wish that safety car hadn't come out, because that really screwed us. But anyway, there's still a race to go, and we'll go in there guns blazing.
Yeah, so at least gives you plenty of hope heading into that final race of the season, getting some more points on the board.
No, I think we're going well. We deserve better, but luck and fortune hasn't been on our side recently, and we just got to do what we can. It's as I said, still around to go. 5 points deficit, not the easiest of tasks, but still all to play for.
I don't know what happened, so I can't. Yeah.
What about your race up to that point? It looked pretty dicey with Max.
Yeah, but doesn't matter now, does it? Yeah. I didn't finish P2. Doesn't matter who I'm fighting if I get a penalty. So disappointed, and I can only apologise to the team.
Ferrari closing in a little bit in the Constructors' Championship as well. What's the mindset for next
Same
weekend
as
in
always.
Abu Dhabi? Yeah. All right. Thanks, Simon.
My race was really bad. I think the turning point was the incident with Liam. When I lost those positions, then I was on the support strategy, and everything went wrong after. Even the timing of the safety car and blue flags, everything was disaster. And with a really bad race, still finishing 11th, it's very disappointing not to be in points. But yeah, I'm happy for Joe. I think it's good to see that everything went smooth for him, and he had a good race.
I'm still standing, and it's not how you fall, it's how you get back up. So I'll get back up tomorrow and give it another shot next week.
Yeah, you've got one more to go with Mercedes in Abu Dhabi next week. What's the mindset? How are you feeling going into that one?
Trying to just wake up with gratitude, and I'm really grateful for the opportunity each day to get up and be healthy and try again.
I knew this start is only opportunity, and to be honest, after that, it was pretty disaster. I didn't expect like that much of a bad pace, and yeah, I just give it everything, but just not enough at all.
In these conditions, we're trying to do everything we can for warm up, and I thought I had more grip than I did, and I went into turn one trying to obviously make the move, and I got halfway around the corner and realized I didn't have the grip. And honestly, from that point, I think I spun because I was trying not to hit Valtteri, and I guess I did. So, yeah, I'm sorry for that. It wasn't my intention.
We were kind of a little bit in no man's land for most of that race. So we were at the back. Just struggling with pace, to be honest with you. And then that safety car made it interesting. We took a gamble, went for the soft. We knew that basically on every restart, lap one was the only lap I was going to make an overtake. And I went for it into turn one a couple of times with Kevin's one. Honestly, we're very slow in turn one compared to everyone else. And when they want to go when they're on the outside, and I don't really have the grip, to be honest with you. And my fault, lost control, clipped him, and that was it really. I think from then on we were just struggling.
Turn one, it was messy. There was contact. I don't know if, honestly, I can't remember. It was all happening very quickly. I don't know if I got hit first or if I touched someone, but it didn't go obviously very well, but didn't have any damage, so was able to continue. And then long stint in traffic. Obviously, then kind of unlucky with the safety car because the others got a free stop. And then at the restart there, just lost it in a big way in a high-speed corner, very aggressively and suddenly. So not our day for sure. One of those to forget, and we just have to wipe it off and go again next week.
As I was warming up the tire, I had a massive over delivery from the engine, and on cold tires, I just couldn't control the car, and I ended up losing drive from that point on.
Well, really strange. I was not trying to fight him. I was just trying to hold my line on the inside of the corner, but I just started picking up huge levels of understeer and washed out and made contact. So completely unintentional.
Honestly, I didn't see much. I tried to open as much as I could to the left because the guys on the inside going wide, but they just drove straight into me. I think first into Ocon and then Ocon into me. It's a pity because starting from P19 or P18, you don't have much to win, and taking so much risk for nothing from the guys on the inside was a bit stupid. But it's racing. Hopefully we can try and fix the car the best we can and see what we can do in Abu Dhabi.
Just wrong place, wrong time, I would say. More contact than normal, so short race on our side and not something that we wanted. But I would like to thank the guys for their effort this race, but also their effort the whole year. That's important to me to have seen them pushing, and I just wanted to say that.